Democrats have another huge reason to cringe after House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi got caught making an embarrassing mistake during a recent press conference. How much longer will liberals let the kooky California politician embarrass their party? Nancy Pelosi, photo credit, YouTube, PBS NewsHour. Nancy Pelosi, DCA, has continually given her party a bad reputation on many occasions by peddling lies and disinformation intended to disparage President Donald Trump and his administration. This most recent senile moment with Pelosi just proves that Congress needs term limits. According to The Hill, Pelosi spoke at a press conference on Thursday, June 7, 2018, where she claimed the number of Americans relying on food and housing subsidies was not decreasing. The only problem with Pelosi's remarks is that they aren't true. This is another good example of how Democrats like to fabricate their own facts when the truth is much too inconvenient to admit. This is one unusual time, where the unemployment rate is down but the dependence on subsidies, whether it's food insecurity, housing subsidies, has not gone down, Pelosi said, according to Daily Caller. The truth of the matter is that a number of Americans relying on the Supplemental Nutrition Program, or SNAP, decreased 7.8% from October 2016 to February 2018, according to the most recent statistics published by the Department of Agriculture numbers. Pelosi has been caught in a big lie, and Democrats should publicly disavow her for such dishonest behavior. Her lack of integrity and willingness to make false claims should disqualify her from receiving any support from her party. In addition to the decrease in the number of Americans who rely on the SNAP program, the amount of individuals receiving housing choice vouchers has also decreased. Notably, there were 1.2% fewer people receiving housing choice vouchers in 2017 than in 2016. Taxpayers, who foot the bill for these programs, paid an average of $7 less per person on vouchers in 2017 than in 2016. That's more than $84 million in savings on housing vouchers. Inconvenient facts such as these that Pelosi does not want to publicly acknowledge. Instead, the California demon hag would rather get up in front of a crowd of people and blatantly mislead them. If the Democratic Party has any concern for the general trust of their voters, they would chastise Pelosi for her dishonesty and look for representatives who value core American values such as honesty and integrity. Sadly, liberals in Washington, D.C. seem to become less and less concerned with what the truth is and more concerned with scoring political points at any cost. It's disturbing to see the extent to which many Democrats will go in order to disparage our president and his millions of supporters. Because liberals are in lockstep with the mainstream media, their lies rarely get exposed. A brief look at the Obama administration's love affair with the mainstream media reveals a mountain of dishonesty and a lack of integrity. Mainstream media helped Barack Obama cover one scandal after another and continue to do so even as new information surfaces in regard to Spygate and the illegal political surveillance carried out by many of Obama's deep state operatives planted within our government agencies. In my opinion, it's crucial for conservatives to call out Nancy Pelosi when she abandons the facts in an attempt to peddle her political agenda. If we, deplorables, remain consistent in our values and stay vigilant when it comes to pointing out the corrupt tactics of the left, then Democrats will continue to lose support from their already confused and alienated voting base. As President Donald Trump continues to drain the swamp, we have to do our part to prevent politicians like Pelosi from returning to Washington, D.C. Facebook has greatly reduced the distribution of our stories in our readers' newsfeeds and is instead promoting mainstream media sources. When you share on social media, however, you greatly help distribute our content. Please take a moment and consider sharing this article with your friends and family. Thank you. Barack Obama, Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi.